and today I'm helping to clean up the paths in this park. I've got a sweeping brush and I'm using it to sweep up the leaves and dirt. But if we wanted to clean up lots of paths or streets, we'd need something much bigger and faster. Can you guess what it is? That's right. It's a road sweeper. Road sweepers are powerful machines that suck up dirt, leaves and litter to keep the streets clean. But do you know how a road sweeper works? Let's find out. How does it work?
Road sweeper.
To find out how a road sweeper works, I've come here to a road sweeper depot. You must never play or go close to a road sweeper, but I've been given special permission to show you how they work. This is Sam, and it's Sam's job to drive and operate the road sweeper. The road sweeper has 2 brushes, 1, 2, and I think all of these bristles look like pieces of spaghetti, don't you? And this part just here is a water jet. It squirts out water. Can you see it all working? Okay, I should probably get out of the way. Go for it, Sam. Oh, did you see the brushes lower down? They're spinning round and round, and those jets are spraying out water. There's one other thing I want to show you, but it's underneath the road sweeper. This is Andy, and he's going to raise the road sweeper off the ground using these red machines called column lifts so we can look underneath. And I've put my special camera on a long pole so we can get a closer look. Wow. Oh, can you see that clear pipe just there? That's called the suction tube, and it's attached to this part. It's called the nozzle box. It's their job to suck up the dirt and litter. The dirt and litter goes through the nozzle box and all the way up the suction tube into the road sweeper. But how do all the different parts of the road sweeper work together to clean our streets? And where does all the dirt and litter go afterwards? To find out, I think we should take a closer look. Inside the road sweeper is a tank filled with water. When the driver presses the button, water is sprayed out of the jets in front. This sticks the dirt and litter together, so it's easier to clean up. The driver presses another button to make the brushes spin around. Very quickly. One brush spins one way, and the other brush spins the other way. This is called counter-rotation. The driver uses 2 small joysticks to move the brushes up and down to help clean in small spaces. The fan inside the road sweeper spins really fast, which sucks air into the suction nozzle, sucking the dirt and litter up the road. The dirt and litter travel up the suction nozzle and into the bin or a hopper. When the hopper is full, the driver presses a button and all the waste is tipped out, ready to be recycled. Should we see the road sweeper in action? To see all the different parts working together, I'm going to set up some of my special cameras. And today, I've got special permission to ride in the road sweeper with Sam. I've put one of my special cameras in the cab so you can see what happens when we're out and about. Seatbelt on. Let's go. Can you hear that beeping sound? That means it's time for the brushes and the water jets to lower down. Wow! The brushes are spinning round and round really fast, and they're busy sweeping up all the leaves, moving them into the centre, so it's easy for them to go up the nozzle box and through the suction pipe into the hopper at the back. And look, the water jets are spraying the leaves and getting them a little bit damp, so it's easier for the brushes to sweep them up. That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Sam. But the hopper at the back of the road sweeper is now full of dirt and leaves, and just like a rubbish bin, it needs to be emptied. To empty the hopper, first Sam reverses the road sweeper towards this skip. Can you hear that alarm? That's the sound the road sweeper makes to warn everyone that it's reversing. Oh! The hopper is going from here, that's what we call horizontal, to here. This is what we call vertical. Whoa! Oh! Whoa! That was amazing! Now the hopper's empty, the road sweeper can head back out onto the roads and start again. What did you like most about finding out how a road sweeper works? Do you remember the name of the parts which squirt out water? That's right, they're called water jets. Did you hear the sound the road sweeper made as the brushes were lowered to the ground? Did you see my special camera when it showed us where the dirt goes inside the suction nozzle? So the next time you see a road sweeper out and about, you'll know how it works to suck up dirt and leaves and to keep our streets nice and clean. Can you think of anything else that sucks things up? How about a vacuum cleaner? Or an elephant's trunk? There's something we can use too when we have a drink. Do you know what it is? That's right, it's a paper straw. Paper straws are stiff, so they stand up, and they have a hole that goes all the way through the middle so that water can get sucked up through them. But do you know how paper straws are made? Let's find out. How is it made?
Paper straw.
Paper straws are made in a place like this. A paper straw factory! Make 3 million paper straws every single day. That's so many straws that if you stacked them on top of each other, they'd reach into space. There are lots of different types of paper straws. White ones, orange ones, green ones, stripy ones. But today the factory are making red and white paper straws. And they start out like this. Giant rolls of paper called mother reels. One reel weighs 800 kilograms. That's about the same as 10 kangaroos. But the mother reels are white, and we need some colour. And this happens here, at the printing machine. After the mother reels are cut to the right size, they're loaded onto the printing machine. The printing machine uses rubber rollers and ink to print stripes onto the white paper. And today, it's printing red stripes. Next, the stripy roll is loaded onto a slitting machine. The roll slitting machine cuts the roll of paper into lots of strips. Look, can you see the big rotating blade? It's like a giant pair of spinning scissors. The paper is being cut into thin strips called ribbons, and the ribbons are being wound onto small reels. This is a finished reel of ribbon, but we can't drink through it, can we? To make paper straws, we need 3 reels of paper. Should we count them? 1, 2, 3. That's because each paper straw has 3 layers to make sure they're nice and stiff. But what do you think we need to stick our 3 ribbons together? That's right, we need some glue. And that happens here at the gluing stand. This is the inside ribbon because it goes on the inside of the paper straw. This is the outer ribbon and it's got the colour on it. And it gets a thin layer of glue rolled onto one side. But what about the middle ribbon? It gets pulled through this pool of glue. And then any extra is scraped off by these rubber jaws. And now it's time for the fun part, the sticking. The 3 layers of sticky ribbon are ready to be made into straws. They're being pulled onto this long steel rod called a mandrel by these 2 moving rubber belts. Look, can you see? They're wrapping around the mandrel to make one long straw. But it's quite tricky to see, so I think we should have a look with one of my special cameras. So we can see the ribbon being stuck together on the mandrel. I'm going to film it in slow motion so we can watch it happening really slowly. Okay, camera set. Let's record.
Can you see the ribbons being pulled onto the mandrel? The inner ribbon, the middle ribbon, which has been dunked in glue so it's sticky on both sides, and the outer ribbon, which has been printed on underneath to give the straw a red stripe. The outer ribbon has glue on too, so the straw sticks together really tightly.
But this straw is way too long to drink out of, so it goes inside a cutting machine.
There are 5 blades inside the cutting machine, and each time they move forwards and back, they cut the big long straw into 4 shorter straws. You can suck up your drink.
Can you hear the sound of the blades chopping the straws? It's a bit like a train, isn't it? And look, here the straws come now. It's like a little slide.
After the paper straws have been cut, they're packaged into boxes.
So there you have it, some finished red and white paper straws. And the best thing is, once you've finished using one of these to have a drink with, you can pop it in the recycling, ready for the paper to be used to make something else. I loved finding out how paper straws are made. What was your favourite bit?
Can you remember how many rolls of ribbon we need to make a straw?
That's right. 1, 2, 3.
Did you hear the sound the cutting machine made? And did you see the 3 ribbons on my special cameras that are stuck together to make the straw?
So the next time you use a paper straw, you'll know how it was made. And if you see a road sweeper out and about, you'll know how it works to suck up dirt and litter. I'll see you next time. Hello, I'm Maddie. Today I've got some things I want to recycle, so I've come to the recycling bins. There are lots of things we can recycle, like these old plastic bottles, paper and cardboard, and glass, like this glass jar that had jam in it. But what happens to glass when it's been put in the glass recycling? And how does an old jam jar get turned into something new? Do you know how glass recycling works? Let's find out.
How does it work?
Glass recycling.
To find out how glass recycling works, I've come here to a gigantic glass recycling factory. Glass is collected from recycling bins by big lorries like this one here, and it's all dropped off here at the yard. Can you see all the glass falling out of the recycling lorries? In the yard, there are 3 huge storage bays. 1, 2, 3. And together, they can hold around 3,000 tons of glass. That's the same weight as 157 double-decker buses. The glass is picked up from the storage bays by big diggers. Amazing! The digger tips the glass into that giant bin. It's called a hopper. There it goes! The hopper is connected to a conveyor belt.
Not everything that arrives at a glass recycling factory is glass. There are other things that get muddled up with the glass too, like metal, plastic, stone, dirt and rubbish. We call these things contaminants, and it's the job of the glass recycling factory to separate the contaminants from the glass. Let's find out how they do it. This is called a screen. Can you see it's made of lots of metal rods with gaps in between? And it works a bit like a sieve. When it jiggles around, all of the small pieces fall through onto a conveyor belt below. And the big bits keep on going down that chute. All of the big bits drop into this machine. It's called a crusher. And inside, everything is crushed, so it's the same size as the smaller pieces.
All the glass and contaminants come back together.
Can you see that some of the small pieces are bouncing around?
This makes all the pieces move along to the next machine.
This is called an extractor, and it works like a vacuum cleaner and sucks away any of those light contaminants. But it's pretty tricky to see, so I think we should film it with one of my special cameras. This camera films in slow motion, which means we can film something that happens quickly, but watch it back slowly. Whoa! And look! All of the light contaminants, like little pieces of plastic, are being sucked away, leaving the glass behind. The glass doesn't get sucked up by the extractor because it's heavier and it continues on its journey.
Now the glass is almost clean of contaminants. There's just some little bits of stone, brick and ceramic. Things like kitchen plates and mugs to get rid of.
This is an optical sorting machine, and it gets rid of stone, brick and ceramic using its own special camera. But to find out how it works, I think we need to take a closer look.
Glass and contaminants move along a conveyor belt into the optical sorting machine. A light hits the conveyor belt so the camera can see the object. The camera takes a picture of the object and sends it to a computer. The computer can tell the size and colour of the object and whether it's glass. When the computer finds a contaminant, like stone, it sends a signal to an air jet inside the machine to blast it away. Now all that's left is the glass. Another optical sorting machine separates the glass into different colours. First, the computer looks for green glass, then sends a message to the air jets to blast it into the green bin. Once the green glass is gone, another optical sorting machine finds clear glass, called flint, and blasts it into the clear bin, leaving just the brown glass, called amber.
Wow, that was so interesting.
Here's all the green glass that's been separated. It's like a waterfall.
Look, there's all the amber glass. And the clear glass too. It's called flint.
Now the glass has been cleaned and sorted, it's ready to be used again and made into something new, like a jam jar. I loved finding out about how glass recycling works. What was your favourite part?
Do you remember the name of the machine that uses light to find things that aren't glass? That's right, it's called an optical sorting machine. Did you hear the sound of the glass as it was tipped out of the big recycling bin? Did you see how the extractor sucked all the light contaminants off the conveyor belt on a special camera? Recycle glass in lots of different ways to make lots of different things, like glass jars. You can store lots in a glass jar, like honey, pickles, cookies, or as a special treat, you might have jam. Jam comes in lots of different flavours. Do you have a favourite? Mine is strawberry. Strawberry jam is made from strawberries. But how do strawberries or other fruit like blackberries or raspberries get turned into a thick jam you can spread on toast? Do you know how jam's made? Let's find out. How is it made?
Jam.
To find out how jam's made, I've come here to a jam factory. Today, they're making raspberry jam. Yum. Today, we're making one batch of raspberry jam, and that's about 160 jars, so we're going to need a lot of raspberries.
To make the jam, we also need sugar and lots of lemons. This is James, and it's his job to make the jam. James starts by weighing the lemons.
After the lemons are weighed, they're cut in half and squeezed to get all of the juice out, and I've been given special permission to help. So let's have a go at using this juicer. Thank you. Right, ready? Wow! The machine spins round and round, and look, can you see all of the juice flowing out of the spout here at the bottom? Lemons are really sour, and that's because they have something in them called citric acid. And it's the citric acid that gives them the sour taste. But nothing is wasted because we're going to use the lemon peel too.
Next, James weighs out the raspberries. Here, they use frozen raspberries. He also weighs out the sugar.
And now it's the fun part. We're going to heat everything up inside this, a boiling pan. Looks like a giant cake mixer, doesn't it?
At the moment, the boiling pan is switched off. First, into the boiling pan goes the raspberries.
That's a great splattering sound, isn't it?
Next, the lemon juice and the lemon peel.
The lemon peel is really important because it's got something special in it called pectin. And when pectin heats up and mixes with the water from the frozen raspberries and the citric acid from the lemon juice, it acts a bit like a fishing net or a web, helping to catch the other ingredients. And it's what makes the mixture thick and sticky. It takes about 15 minutes for the jam to cook, so I've set up one of my special cameras to film everything. That way, we can watch it back and speed everything up. Now, you should never go close to a hot pan, but I've got special permission to show you what happens to our jam.
Can you see the ingredients spinning round and round and mixing together? Now the sugar is added. And look, the jam is starting to cook. The boiling pan heats the ingredients to 100 degrees. That's really, really hot.
The jam mixture still looks watery and runny, doesn't it? So how does it get thick and gooey like jam? Well, the water inside the jam mixture is heated up by the boiling pan and it turns into water vapour or steam. We call this evaporation. The water is evaporating and the steam is misting up our camera.
As the water evaporates, the jam starts to get thicker. All there is to do now is take out the lemon peel.
The jam's nearly ready, but to test to find out if it's thick enough, I've got to do something called the plate test. So there's a blob of jam on the plate and it's cooled down. And if it's the right thickness, it should make little lines called wrinkles when I push it. Should we find out? Okay, let's see. Oh, there you go. Lots of little wrinkles. So this is ready. Do you know what's making those wrinkles? The special chemical we find in the lemon peel called pectin. The jam is ready, so it's time to put it into jam jars.
The jam is poured into here. It's called a hopper.
The hopper is cone-shaped, so the jam will go to the bottom and then flow through the tubes to this machine called a depositor, and its job is to fill the jam jars.
right amount comes out each time to fill one jar.
The lids are put on the jam jars when the jam and the air around the jam is still hot. But as everything cools down, it shrinks, and that leaves space inside the jar. So when we undo the lid, air can rush in, and this makes the jam jar pop up, and it sounds great. Listen to this. That sounds really good, doesn't it? I loved finding out how raspberry jam's made. What was your favourite bit?
Do you remember the name of the special chemical that makes the jam thick? That's right, it's called pectin. Did you hear the sound the raspberries made as they tipped into the boiling pan? And did you see the ingredients being mixed together on my special camera?
So the next time you have jam as a special treat, you'll know how it's made. And when you see a glass jar, you'll know how lots and lots of glass has been recycled to make it. I'll see you next time.
There are lots of things